Hey you, do you like the game MultiVersus? If so, I would assume you are very highly disappointed to hear that the game is coming to an end on May 30th of 2025. However, what if there is a way for you to still play MultiVersus with freshly new added content? Ladies and gentlemen, introducing MultiVersus Beta Plus. MultiVersus Beta Plus is a fan-made project from people throughout the MultiVersus community that help provide adding new skins, new emotes, new characters, and so much more. Whether you've been anticipating on adding some new perks, some new characters, skins, emotes, you name it, we are here to provide that to you. However, unfortunately, this project is not affiliated with Warner Brothers Games, or MultiVersus. But with that being said, this opens an opportunity to add those anticipating ideas that you people from the MultiVersus community have been thinking of. My name is Takoa, also known as TK, and with the help from you, yes, you watching, by just joining the Discord link in the description as a supporter, or even if you're willing to join the team, can help us so much build this project. If you have any experiencing in modding, whether that may be backporting skins, adding characters, or even if you're an artist to make fresh new PNGs for us, or even if you just model, it will be greatly appreciated if you join the Discord server and maybe join along on the project. However, if you don't do any of these and you want to just appreciate the game for what it is with this fresh new content we provide for you guys, feel free to join that Discord server with the link in the description below and support from the side. The support from the sideline means so much to us, and that keeps us going and giving you freshly new added continuous content to you guys. If you're interested on joining the team, please join the Discord server in the description below and contact us within any of the chats. And if you just want to join and appreciate the game for what it is, feel free to join as well. We have a steady, stable team right now, nothing too big, nothing too small, and it's all throughout people just from the MultiVersus community. So if you're willing to join, please feel free to join. Now, with that being said and everything out the way, let's jump right into that anticipating information that you guys been wanting to receive from MultiVersus Beta Plus. Throughout the video, we'll go through sections and genres, where at the end we'll cover the big juicy stuff, but as for right now, let's start off with a Q&A. The first question that was asked numerous times throughout the MultiVersus community was why choose MultiVersus Beta? During the MultiVersus Open Beta, it reached over 100,000 concurrent players and overall 20 million players online. And for that just being a start of a small game dev company, that was pretty insane. MultiVersus Beta movement was very differently from the new release of the game due to the fact that how fast the beta moved compared to the new release. Whether that may be speaking in dodge jumping, dodge boosting, or even doing combos where you can dodge out of moves. That movement is really non-comparable to the full release of the game, and we wanted to take a step back to go back to what everyone was reminded of, which is the jump of the game, the start of the game. The fact that you were able to do so much continuous different combos, whether that may be just out of reads, out of predictions, or out of just true combos in this game, we really wanted to hold that. The beta of MultiVersus has so many aspects, whether that just may be the combo game, the speed, the plays, even in the 2v2 aspect, it has it all. A lot of people still talk about and do miss the beta and how it just felt. A lot of the community was built up just from the beta, and a lot of people still do miss the beta, like myself. And that's the best answer that we can give you, that why we chose the beta, at least in my opinion. The next question that's asked a lot is how can we play the MultiVersus Beta? MultiVersus Beta is only able to be played on the computer, so console players, I do apologize in advance. However, if you do have a small laptop, that can be used as well. If you are curious on how to play beta and download it, there is a deep dive video on how to play and download beta at the link in the description. It's a walkthrough on how to download beta, and I wanted to also talk about how to play beta with other people on other computers. I'm sure you're all familiar with the application Parsec. Parsec is an application where you could connect your computer to someone else's computer in order to play the video game with them. So for an example, if I were to connect to your computer and connect my controller, it's like if I was playing directly near you locally on the video game off of your computer. Parsec has a lot of settings to tweak throughout, so there will be another video on MultiVersus Parsec or Parsec in general in the link in the description as well, so please check that out. I would love to talk more on the possibility of online, however, I cannot right now. The most I can say is that we have been working towards it. However, I can't really make that true to the fact that it may or may not be a full thing that we have for you guys. However, like I tell everyone else, don't expect something because you may not get it in the long run. However, if you do, then that would be very great on our end and the MultiVerse community end as well. But like I said, if you do have any experience on anything, please join the Discord and feel free to join along our team. Another anticipating question we've been asked a lot is when can we expect everything to be full out released? As of right now, there's not an official release date for all the new content that we have provided out for you guys, but for months, I can give you an estimated push late May, early mid to end June. Once again, I cannot express how hard the team has been working to provide this content out for you guys. Everyone is working as hard as possible just to make it perfect just for you all. I cannot express enough and make more clear to you guys that I cannot give you exact timestamp and date on everything, so please do not bombard us with that. We are trying our best out here. Our team is very hard at work, and I cannot express enough that work really does take time, so please be patient with us. And with all that being said, let's finally jump into the juicy stuff to show you the bits and pieces on everything that has been worked on. Want to give a quick shout out to Nibby, Dispat, and Geo for working on everything. They're very hard at work working on this project to provide for you guys, so definitely show them some love in the comments below. In this section of the video, I'll go over things that we are able to show you guys from small to medium to major. And starting off with the small pieces of things, I wanted to talk to you guys about skins. We all love skins. That expresses the character and the player throughout their gameplay, and I really wanted to touch on it on what we have for you guys. So far, we have some backported skins, some new skins, and some custom skins in development. And for a quick peek, like I've been explaining to you guys, here are some Superman backported skins implemented into the beta of the video game. And Superman isn't the only one that got a backported skin. We also have Icon Rick from the full release of the game as well. My apologies for this photo being a little blurry, but we have a Pride Month Velma also implemented into the game as well. And we don't just have any skins that were released in the game, we have skins that were supposed to be released within the new release of the game implemented into the beta as well. So here is Construction Stripe. And like I was talking about some new skins, we also introduced Doofus Rick as one of the new skins. And we also want to express the beta a little more to feel as if it was a new release. So just like this, you could see some new banners that were never added to the beta. And just like this, we have 66 banners added to the beta. So if you want to rock that Alpha Galaxy banner, you can now in the beta. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope that little bit was exciting for you because we have so much more to go through. And just right now, we can actually have and show some gameplay of a Superman skin that was actually released within the full game into the beta. We have so much more, including this one right here. Look at this one right here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed these skins throughout the beta of the game that we implemented for you. And there's so much more other skins to come as well. Now let's get into the medium deeper part of things that we added and adjusted for MultiVersus beta. And those topics will be moves adjusted like Shaggy Sidekick or Superman Up Grab. We also got some new perks and new signature perks. And for a quick example right here, nothing is perfect within this video because it is in development. However, this was the working stages of things being adjusted or removed. We work forward to balance the game as much as possible like Release did, so bear with us when we're kind of working throughout the game, and just be patient is all I ask for. Now right here, like I said, this is early development video of Superman Grab just being tweaked with, messed with, so don't think this is the full release of development right here. This is just early standings. And like I was saying, we were touching up on Shaggy's Sidekick as well, trying to reduce the frames so it's not too active in the air. However, like I was saying, moves within the games and characters will be adjusted throughout the future. Once again, this is early development, so please do not jump to judge anything. This is just early development footage. But now let's get even more depth into gameplay with the perks. Here is the first perk that we would like to introduce to you guys, Backstab. Now some perks were actually supposed to be added to the beta, however never made it to the full release or the beta of the game, so we implemented them back to the beta. Backstab is a perk where it says the team deals 5% increased damage and knockback to enemies when you melee them in the back. So if the character is facing the opposite direction and you hit them, you get that 5 increased damage and that knockback. We also have another perk right here, and fun fact, this image right here was created from someone from our team, so feel free to join the project if you can work on art like this. This perk is called Inevitable, and I don't know if you guys see, but do you see the reference here? If you do, definitely feel free to comment down below, and I would definitely be looking through those comments. However, this perk says your team attacks always break armor if your victim has at least 100% damage. Have you ever gone against a Superman or a Wonder Woman and they're above 110 damage and they're popping armor? Very infuriating to go against, especially when they have that armor to back up them and give them a better standing and grounding. However, with this perk, you will have no need to deal with that stress anymore. Very great perk. I definitely do enjoy that perk. It definitely does come in handy with going against Wonder Woman, especially in the beta. But now let's jump right into the signature perks. As you can see, we have one for Black Adam here, and we can actually pull it up in game right now to explain what this perk does. This perk is called the Stamina of Shu, where Black Adam's force field has a shorter duration, but it follows him as he moves around the map. Now, just a quick example, if I were to show you guys how this works real quick, if he does his down special on the ground, it now follows him around the map. So if any projectile characters like Bugs Bunny or Rick you're going against, this is perfect counterplay for him. Now, we also have another perk right here called Wounded, and this is for Arya Stark. This perk says enemies hit by Arya's thrown knife will gain stacks of stun debuff when knocked back. Arya's ally knocking back the enemies will add stacks twice as fast. The debuff is removed if Arya dashes to the knife. And now, this isn't the only signature perk for the only 2 characters that you've seen so far. If I click onto my game right now, I can actually show you we have one for Jake right here, and we also have one for Raindog right here as well. And for this perk, when Raindog pulls tethered allies back to them, they hit enemies on their way back. So for a quick example, if I pull my ally towards me, it'll pull the enemy towards me as well, where I could follow up with an attack or just save my enemy and get us better positioning to attack the enemy together. And back to the Jake signature perk, because we did skip this one. This is Safety Net. Safety Net is when allies bounce off of Jake, they have an air ability repeated refresh. If they are in hit stun from knockback, their hit stun is cancelled, so this perk will definitely come in handy when playing 2v2s. That's all I could show you for the new perks, the signature perks, and stuff that's been tweaked without the game. And now, finally, let's jump into the 2 major things that I've been anticipating and waiting to show you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, before I show you, we have been very hard at work backporting skins as well as characters. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your first look at Jason Voorhees in MultiVersus Beta Plus. As you can see, he is T-posing right here. However, if I do X this photo out, I can show you a glimpse of his animation working within the game. As you can see, it's just his idle animation. Things are a little tweaked right now. As you can see, there's a sandwich on his foot and there's no machete in his hand. However, we did start to get things working within the game. Obviously, his movement is too fast and it's not matching his animation. But like I said, work takes time, so please be patient because we are going to work and get this steady through for you guys. But as you can see, Jason is fully functional here, moving throughout the game, and we are so excited to bring this out to you guys. However, like I was literally just saying, work takes time, so obviously he's not fully finished yet, but there is a sneak peek. However, I do want to show you one character that we have been working on, and it's finally time to show you little bits of him. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Pickle Rick right here, doing some idle stances, animation, crouching animation, just showing you we have him fully functioning and working within the game. We will be set to release the moveset and a trailer showcase for him soon. I can't give a release date yet because I do gotta continue to work on those videos, but please just be patient and be excited because he's here and he's coming soon. But ladies and gentlemen, here's your first look at Pickle Rick as a new additional fighter to the game in MultiVersus Beta Plus. I'm super excited to get you guys hands on this character. I'm excited to see what you guys even do with the character, and let me get out of the way so you guys could experience him one more time on screen right here. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude our video today for everything going through for MultiVersus Beta Plus and what project it really is. I hope you enjoyed everything showcased here today. Like I said, my name is Takoa, also known as TK, and I'm glad to have you here experiencing this with me, and hopefully we can grab some more people to help work on this project. Like I said, those anticipating characters that you've been really wanting in the game, even if they're not even Warner Bros related, we can try and implement them into the game as long as we get our hands on the right people to help us work on this project. So please share this video out as much as possible. Leave a like, comment, get it out there, exposure it as much as possible, just so we could get out there and branch more out throughout the MultiVersus community. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys for taking your time throughout your day to watch this video, and let me know your initial thoughts and if you're excited to play MultiVersus Beta and all its newly content added in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next MultiVersus Beta Plus video. Peace out.